What's up, guys, and welcome to the second episode of the ELO ladder. In this series, I play against my subscribers of all levels, and I try to explain my thought process as a certified 2000 rated player. And in today's episode, we're gonna have a subscriber rated 1200. Let's get into it. Today I'm playing against Napkin Theory from the United States of America. The last episode I played E4, so now I'm gonna play D4, and it looks like we are getting a King's Indian defense. So first of all, big shout out to Napkin Theory. And now the King's Indian, if you play d4 first move and they play knight f6, the theory goes that you should play c4. And now he actually goes here, which is very interesting because this already is not this is obviously all theoretical stuff. So it's not something that you should know at 1200. So if you're this level, but I think it's pretty good to know that. It also sometimes comes when you play d4 and they play d5, and then after you push, they go here. So if something like that happens to you, and they're gonna try to play the queen's gambit, that could happen. You can just take. If they take with the queen, you obviously attack it with a tempo, and you're gonna get the other knight out, and you're gonna have the full center. If they take like this, which is the better move, first of all, you develop this knight, the knight on f3, protect the pawn, and then, only then, you can try to push the pawn. Pushing straight away is not good, and this is another, I think, a slight inaccuracy. Again, this is all theoretical stuff. I don't blame the guy for not knowing that. But after he push e4, he is gonna go here. And now, as you can notice, we've got 2 pawns in the center. He's got none. He does not even have a central pawn, right? So that's another big weakness. Okay, that's an interesting move. Fair play. If he would have gone here, then I can push d5 and then I just go back. Is it the same thing here? I don't know. Now my theory does kind of go out of the window here, but I think going here, you obviously cannot go to d4 or e5, so you have to know the squares, right? I'm just gonna really try to explain my thought process. Now, what this line is doing here is preventing me from playing queen a4 check, which would be possible in the previous variation. So now if I go here, I think he could have this move, but then after this, it looks like you just are trapped anyways. You can go here, but then I'm just gonna capture. So let's play d5 and see if he's gonna go back or if he's gonna have the balls to go forward. So let's see how Napkin is gonna play here. I don't know if that's how you want me to call you. If you're watching this video, which I guess you are, right? If you're in it, if you want to be in the series, I'm not saying that it's guaranteed, but if the ELO that you are was not on the channel yet, write your username, write your ELO down in the comments. Maybe I am gonna pick you. Anyways, now he's taking some time, which is obviously good. So as we said, this is not possible, this is not possible, and already I am taking a lot of space in the center. He goes here, which is very interesting, but I do think that that's a blunder, because I think that there was knight to b4 and knight to b8. Knight here. Now, whenever you play a position where your knights are just dancing around, it's I mean, your opponent's knights are just dancing around, it probably, they could get really trapped if they don't go back. And immediately I'm noticing a move, which is b4. He does have this move though, which potentially could save the game, and I think it does, honestly. So I can try to prepare it with the move like this. The knight still can't go anywhere, and if this, the knight should indeed be trapped, because if I push now here, and then maybe I can go here, right? So what's gonna be his response to that? I don't know, but I think playing it straight away just cannot be bad. Just cannot be bad. And now it's pretty simple. He has to go here. He has to go to c4, And then we're looking at all of these squares. Why, actually, I think it's just completely fine. I don't know what am I doing. After this, sorry guys, this is not a good instructive video, because then he has this square to come back to, right? So do I just take here and then go like check here and then maybe let's say here? Definitely not a good play from me 100%, but I can at least try to attack it, but it's pretty useless. Just was definitely not a good move, and if he finds this, then he is completely fine. Completely fine, and I think he's gonna find 96. Maybe I've pushed after that though, so maybe, and then you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here. So actually it looks that I have accidentally trapped the knight. It was not intentional, but I think the knight is now trapped. I really do think so. If this tries to attack the pawn with a check, which looks pretty dangerous, right? And he's also winning my pawn. I think a3 just works. Takes, and then you can probably take, right? So it probably doesn't work. Right. But I think if you push, is taking here fine? No, because you protect. But e6 is quite a challenging move, you know? You challenge this pawn, you challenge this pawn. So if he finds e6, I'm gonna be very, very impressed, and I think that's the move. Just saying, you can take my knight, but I'm gonna try to open up two of my very strong bishops, and I'm gonna try to counterattack you on that side of the board. So e6 is definitely a move that I would consider right now. Unfortunately, we get this, which I think is over, because now I'm gonna push e5, right? My pawns are really, really advanced, but after e5, I really don't think you have to calculate, right? e5, and he's got 3 moves: this, and this. So actually 4 moves, but all of these are occupied by this queen, which is very strong here. And now queen c2, like, I don't know, you could be asking why queen c2, why not like queen here, why not like I don't know, here. Well, first of all, you control this, and if there is a ooh, that's, oh my god, I mean, that's insane, bro. I think he might just be better than me. That's insane. Maybe I'm gonna have to check. Okay, that's an insane move, bro. That's really impressive. I did not even see that, I'm gonna be honest. And now here, and then you can probably go here, and I don't even know if I'm winning, you know. So honestly, this guy's cooking, and he might just be better when I'm trying to do an educational video. I think I can go here though, which probably is gonna be the move that I'm gonna play, because right, I at least develop a piece and we can like trade. Right, so I think that might be just a bit better. If I lose this, with that's gonna be pretty embarrassing, but still 800 more points than him. So yeah. Now I think a move like, I mean, takes, and then go here could be very, 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 how do you say that? Reasonable, something like that. And then this pawn is hanging, right? So I probably have to, okay, he takes, I shouldn't be wrong taking that back. And you again have only this move. Then another idea that comes to mind is, okay, if the only thing from saving from, you know, I mean, if this knight wouldn't be on here, I could be able to capture that knight. So playing a4 and a5 could definitely be the idea here. But first of all, I have to know this pawn is hanging. How do I protect it? I probably have to go knight here, which is just fine. And then like a move like this in the future, not right. Oh, that actually is a pretty good move, because I can't take, right? Because then after that, his queen opens up and he's able to capture mine. So that's a great move. It's a great move. I'm not even sure if this position is better. Maybe, I don't know, but I think this pawn is just getting lost here. Looks like a strong move. So if he plays that, that will be very good. Maybe actually if he plays that, I think I can play a4, and if you're gonna like take the pawn, this should be able to I mean, the knight has to move, right? And then I'm gonna take this knight. So, but he did not even play that. But e6 is definitely a move I would play. Fair play, bro. Really good play by you. Really good play. I can't take. I can also just castle. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Maybe I can play a4. So now let's just comes down to calculation. We actually don't think the pawn is hanging. Because if you take, I'd take, no, it is hanging. But you can't take with the knight, or I'm gonna take this. So do I go for a4, leaving my king completely open? I probably do. It is really aggressive, pretty much what's going on in the position. And this is the threat, so I think a5 could just save the day here for my opponent. And then he's just gonna have even maybe a better position. I mean, if he's gonna be up a pawn, then I'm gonna be very impressed. If this is gonna be a video where I'm trying to teach you guys something and I'm gonna lose, that's not to the script, but yeah. I mean, if he's gonna push, then okay. So now, do I even have the push? No, because he just takes. So how do we continue from here? This is really weak. Maybe I'm gonna have this move attacking that. But this is just pinned, right? So maybe I can just go here, make sure there is nothing completely hanging in this position, and I could just castle as well. Let me just go here, but I am very embarrassed right now. Very embarrassed. But his position is a bit like shaky, I would say, because you know, like these pieces are just not well protected. So if you are not careful, I think he could lose a piece. But so far, he's playing an amazing game as a 1200. Honestly, I don't know what happened to these 1200, bro, but this is really good. So now, how could he blunder? He can go like here, attacking my queen. There is this check. Okay. I don't know how that helps his position. I don't think that was the move that he should play here. But I'm just gonna take, and we'll see how the game is gonna continue. Now, if something like this happens, this and this looks very dangerous. So that I think is genuinely winning for him, and I'm not even kidding. If you take like this, I don't want to trade the queens with you though, but he's got such a strong attack. That's a good move. Now, I really want to play this move, but I'm not able to pick up the knight, right? So let's get the king to safety. That's important as well. And if he castles now, move like rook to d1. No, first of all, yeah, probably you have to move this rook though, because now this pawn would be hanging, right? And that's not what you want. So I probably suggest moving this rook, other than this rook. And I mean, he's playing in he's honestly outplaying me. Like that's pretty insane. So let's stick to the plan and let's go here. And now this is a pretty simple plan. Okay, he played that very fast. So I think push, and after you go. Well, he's just protecting it. So maybe I can just go here. maybe I can, I mean, there's a couple of things that I could do for sure. I can go here. I cannot because he just takes. So, do I push? Let's just go for it, guys. Then after this, how am I gonna continue this game? I could honestly eat the rook and then after this plant this over here, but he is able to capture that. So honestly, I mean, bro, this guy, is he smurfing or what's going on? All right. Now I would actually start attacking here. And if my, I mean, first of all, let's just go here. This move I like, because it's not easy for you to do anything here. You can't push, you can't really do a lot of things here. If you, let's say, push, try to get this knight over here, I think push is gonna do it. And even though this pawn is gonna be very weak, and you're very likely gonna win it, it still is annoying. Now, I like this move, forcing you maybe to push, which is cool, but then these dark squares around this king are very, very weak, right? So definitely something that he has to be careful of. Now again, the time, I mean, unfortunately he is very slow. Even though I try to explain my moves, he is playing a very slow game. I think this should do it now. I think that now that was a blunder. Yeah, now I think he blundered, bro, because now it's bad. Now it's bad because now I'm hitting not only this, I mean not only this but also this pawn. So now I think knight to g5. You have to notice this patterns here. Obviously this is a pawn, so he wants to pick it up, he can. But I mean this, and I'm gonna take this, and this is gonna be mate. Again, it's not completely easy. Like taking the pawn here could be good, but unfortunately this just was a blunder, and it's gonna lead to a checkmate, which is I'm genuinely very sad about. Let's just make sure I'm not hanging anything. And after you go here, this is gonna be a checkmate. So this was very unfortunate, but he honestly was outplaying a 2000 rated player. So Napkin, if you're watching this video, fair play to you, bro. Wait, I actually think I have a prettier checkmate. I think this is a mate. I don't know, bro, I'm being so toxic. Let's just give the mate. Let's just give the checkmate, guys. So this was the first game against a 1200, more like a 2200. So let's get into the second game with the black pieces. Second game it is, he plays e4. I played the Scandinavian. How do we play now? What opening? Do I play the boring Sicilian that you guys watch in every single video? Let's go into an opening that I actually like. So this is against again theoretical stuff. So if you're gonna play the opening that I have the most, and that is the hyper excited dragon, it's just a Sicilian defense. Let's say it like that. Now this move is called the Alpine Sicilian, and the idea is obviously to push for this. But when the pawn is on c3 and the knight is not, you can play d5. And now if this and this, your queen's gonna be out, and he's not gonna have this tempo, right? So that's the best move in the position. That's the best move in the position. And now we will see how is he gonna react. The best move is probably just to take and don't really bother against this, and then you can play on. I mean, I'm just gonna take back this, and I can attack the pawn. And after this, you know, he's just gonna probably bring out his knight, and we're just gonna have a pretty normal position. He captures, so let's just capture back. And we'll see. I think he's still gonna push. First of all, he goes for this. I don't think that is the move, because now after this. Okay, so let's say I go here. I mean, maybe I have e5 here. to prevent that. Okay, I don't think it matters that much if you're at 1200, but a pawn in the center can never be bad at an opening. I mean, it can, but most of the time it's not. That's my point. Also, you're threatening bishop g4, pinning, and if he's not careful, he can just push, and then he cannot move his knight because he would lose his queen, right? And just pretty annoying of a position. So definitely in this position, instead of knight f3, you should push for the center, and after takes and takes, I can try to attack the pawn, but you're just gonna protect it. And even after something like this, you know, you can just hit the queen again because, ooh, that's pretty interesting of a move. All right, I mean, it probably works, right? You can go like here. I mean, ooh, and you're threatening this, so that's actually pretty interesting. Anyways, a knight into the center. Or maybe you can just say, okay, I'm scared of this. And wait a second, this is actually a brilliant move. Obviously, it's not a brilliant move, but the point of this move is probably maybe even to go here, which is pretty insane. But I can develop here, but I think what might be a bit more precise is bishop to g4. I don't know, I'm out of theory now, so I'm just developing the bishop, and my idea is that his king is very weak, right? So if he's gonna go here, okay, he goes check. I don't know if that was the move, because now I'm just gonna block, and I mean some of the beginners just like to go, and 1200 is not a beginner, by the way, don't get me wrong, but some players just like to go check because it's a check, but the story ends there. It's just a check, and that's it. Like, what did you actually achieve? I mean, if he's gonna take, I'm just gonna take back with the queen, and I'm having, like, you just exchanged your bishop for my knight, and your knight was not even that bad. This is the position that I wanted to get in, because now I have check, and you can either block with your queen, trade these off, and then, you know, just have a pretty normal position, or sorry, I can't speak. After this, I can take, and you can't take back with the bishop because you're pinned. So after this, you cannot castle on this side anymore. You can, but it's gonna be, I mean, you would just be very weak. So I'm talking all of that while not playing anything. I can also just go back, and there's probably nothing wrong with that. But going check is very aggressive, and I like that. So as we said already, again, I don't think this is the move, because I'm just gonna take, and after you capture with the pawn, I can even go here to just basically stop you from castling. So yeah, I think that could be it. I don't see any other better move. I can, yeah, honestly, I do not think that this move should be very bad, and you're just never getting castled. And if you're gonna try to cast on this side, well, my queen protects this diagonal, so even if the queen and the bishop would be developed, I'm still protecting you from castling. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment if you're enjoying this series or if you're not, because a feedback would be honestly awesome for me. So yeah, now we're waiting for him to play. How do we develop the other pieces? Well, where is this bishop gonna go? I think that's pretty simple, right? I mean, we've got two options. Okay, he's getting out his bishop. Pretty normal move. Most of the times the F and E pawns and the C and D pawns come together. So I don't know if I should go here, or if I should push this first of all, which I think is a very, very aggressive move. But okay, we didn't get our knight out. Let's get our knight out. It's pretty simple, man. It's pretty simple. And now you have to notice weaknesses in your opponent's position. First one that I see immediately is horrible pawn structure. These two pawns are weak, but especially this pawn, you can practically never push it here, right? Because I just win the exchange. And like this bishop is a bit stuck here protecting it. So after like rook d8, I've got already two pieces staring at it. And in the future, obviously, I could have some knight here and here. Not in the moment, but in the future, there could be ideas like that. Just pressuring out the pawn and maybe just forcing you to I can't speak. To give it up with this exchange and push it to d4. Now, my opponent is thinking for a long time now. What would I do here as white? Honestly, you don't really have a lot of moves. I mean, I would probably develop the bishop. That's an interesting idea for sure. That's an interesting idea. But honestly, what did I just say? I don't mind. I would like to go 95. So what if he pushes, there is nothing. If he takes, I can take with a tempo. Let's develop the rook. You don't always need to take back. You just don't. You can play another move if it is protected. And after takes and takes, this pawn is just straight up hanging, and you have to push it. This. My knight is hanging. Okay. But you can't take it because of the pin. I know that's a bit deep in the calculation there. But you get the point. I mean, it's just, why take when you literally do not need to take? So that's an idea there. And now, as you can see, it's I did not develop my bishop for a long time, which I do not recommend. But my rook cut the whole file, and again, another good thing about this is that his queen and my rook are in the same file, so there could be, like immediately, knight e4 here is a move. It does not do anything, but you can't take. So let's say if my queen would be over here, then this move, just basically hitting this, is completely fine. This is a very good move, obviously just targeting this. I mean, threatening to take, and take, right? So now, I have a couple of options. I can take. What is gonna happen after? Okay, he's just gonna take, right? Like this, but like with the bishop. And then, I mean, he just develops a piece, right? So probably not what we want to do. Instead, if I push, can he just not take? No, he can't because he loses his queen. So let's push. And now I'm genuinely threatening to win that pawn. If you push this, and I take, and your queen is hanging, and this is not a good position that you want to be in. So immediately, by placing this rook here and kind of delaying the development of the bishop, and not placing it right next to the rook, like in front of it, we immediately got this pretty nice pin. And how do you save this pawn? I don't think you can. It's just basic. I mean, if you allow this, then it's just completely over, because yeah, that's over. If you go like I don't know. This is unfortunately for napkin theory a lost position. I think this might be the better move to play here, because this. Ooh. Fortunately, this is gonna be a blunder, because my okay, because he thought that this is a battery, which is, but I hope I'm not blundering anything, but this should be just a piece because of my knight. So that should be the end of the second game, or I mean, now I'm just up a piece, right? but still, the first game I am a bit embarrassed. Like, and I honestly even shouldn't be, because he played a great game. He did. Now he can take this pawn though, right? And my knight is a bit weird over here, so it's not completely over. It's not completely over. He captures the pawn. And now, how do we continue? If I go here, tempoing the knight, then okay, I have to develop my bishop. If I go here, it's really not doing anything. I guess it could go to this square, but I like just going here and here. And even though it's not a great diagonal, it's much better than if it would be, let's say, here or here. Because if I go to d6 saying, okay, I'm gonna win your pawn, well, you're just gonna push, aren't you? And then that's pretty sad. You can also just take that, and that should be pretty fine. This is not an attack on the pawn, my bishop is protecting, but on the other hand, if I go here, he is going to be able to capture that pawn, but then I'm going to be able to capture this pawn, right? So you have to notice these patterns in order to move up the rating ladder. And obviously, as I said in the previous video, I know I'm not a chess master. I know I'm just like just a 2000, and honestly, that's not at an extremely impressive rating. Now he takes. Let's just take, and like, okay, now he actually has check, so I basically messed it up. You can see I'm not playing good. I think going here, that's a blunder, because he has a discovered attack, right? So if I go here, I step into it again. So I think this is the move, and I'm gonna get forked, and I'm honestly gonna lose this game. What am I doing? Okay, bro, I generally just lost. I mean, I definitely did not lose, but this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. I generally am getting outplayed. This was just a blunder by me, honestly. Like, oh, that's so unlucky, bro. Because I do have a counter blow. I do have a counter blow, and that's gonna be this. Picking up the bishop, and after you pick up one of these pieces, it's just gonna be 2 pieces for a rook. It's just gonna be 2 pieces for a rook. So accidentally, the luck came towards me, and yeah, maybe I could also save one of the rooks, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible, honestly. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. You could also hang his rook there, but I think just picking this up should be just fine. And taking this, how do I take? I mean, this is like, I think doesn't really matter. I think I can just take like this, and now I got 4 pieces against 2, and like, even though it's 2 rooks, you really do not have a chance. Okay, he goes here. Nothing wrong with back, with just going to the side. Also could have gone here, but I mean here, but then I could get some back rank mate threats. Now I can immediately attack this pawn. If you push it, they're gonna get forked, and I could also have like a sacrifice there. So this definitely is not a bad move. And if you protect this, I think there is a move to take. After you take my bishop, I can take a second pawn, and after this, I'm just gonna take one of your rooks, and that would be it. Because again, it is 2 pieces for a rook, but I get 2 pawns plus, which is huge. Like 2 pawns in on a game, that's a lot. He goes here. That's probably the move, you know. And now it could be very interesting if I would be able to win an endgame if I would just trade off the rooks now. So How do I continue from here? Maybe I can attack, force him here, and then there's gonna be this fork, but I don't know how I'm gonna set that up. I think after this and this, I am good because I'm just gonna take the file. So I think that's why I should play that. Right. Now he's under a minute again. So the time is unfortunately getting to him. So I don't think I will actually checkmate him in this game. But this is winning anyways. He goes here. Let's just get the file. Don't waste too much time here. He goes here now. That's very interesting. If I trade, I don't know even if I'm winning, bro. But it's 3 pieces against 1. So I definitely gotta go for it. It at least is gonna be very, very interesting. My bishop is already very good. He's got those passed pawns, which I'm a bit worried about. So let's go here. The bishop is taking a lot of squares from him. And how am I gonna continue? Okay. He goes here. Where do I go? Maybe here, and then here. And if this, that could be it. That could be it. And if this, I could go here. Okay. That's an interesting move. I do get why he plays it. Now let's just go forward. He wants the push, and I'm gonna let him do it because it is not a good move because of this. Hit the rook, and then I'm gonna be able to pick up this pawn. So that's the way. And now, okay, nothing wrong with going back, I think. But the rook is very strong in the endgame, so definitely could be some shenanigans going on. I'm also very low on time right now. I think I'm just gonna try to maneuver this rook to a better square. This knight, I'm sorry. Now he's got just a few seconds on the clock. Let's see it. Let's just attack the rook. Take off some squares from him. Let's just go like forward. Don't know what that move does. Let's push. He pushes as well. Let's go back. And now his time runs out. So this was definitely a winning endgame, but he loses by his time running out. So this will be it for the second episode. And honestly, this guy was really, really good for his level. So fair play to him. If you're watching, big shout out to you, Napkin Theory. And if you want to be next, as I said, username and ELO in the comments. Maybe I'll pick you. So I really have to apologize because I did not play a good game. Both of these were really terrible from me. But again, if you have at least learned something in this video, typing it in the comments is for free, and it would honestly make my day better. So thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks so much for watching this video until the end, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow at the road to 2200 ELO series. Peace.